Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us on 13 News at noon today. I'm Anne-Marie Tiernan, and it's been a busy news day today. Now at noon, we are working to learn more about an officer-involved shooting that went down this morning. We do know now that one man is dead. Matthew Foltz reports from the scene near Washington and State on the east side of Indy.
Metro Police say this all started with a 911 call from a woman outside of this Speedway gas station. Once on scene, police conducted a separate investigation, which ultimately led to police shooting and killing a man just a block down the street. And Chief Chris Bailey is now calling this an unfortunate situation for everyone.
One of the officers here on the parking lot of the business observed a man who he believed had an active warrant for his arrest. The officer attempted to speak to that suspect. The suspect said, "I don't have to talk to you," and walked away from the officers with his hands in his pockets.
Chief Bailey says officers followed that man and asked him to take his hands out of his pockets before running off.
During the foot pursuit, the officer deployed his taser at some point. An officer-involved shooting occurred.
Metro Police say the officer who shot the taser also fired at least one shot at the man. He was rushed to the hospital where he later died. No officers were injured, and Chief Bailey says the woman who originally called for help said she was assaulted and injured by a group of men. Right now, police say it's unclear if the man who was shot and killed was one of those suspects.
So at this point, these two incidents are being treated as separate incidents.
Now, right now, Metro Police say the woman who originally made that 911 call is said to be okay and she's getting treatment at the hospital. Meanwhile, we're still working to learn more information from police on what type of active warrants this man had who was shot and killed by police. We'll keep you posted as soon as we learn more. Reporting on Indy's East Side, I'm Matthew Foltz, 13 News.
Hello, 2 and 13 News now also following IMPD's investigation on the Near East Side after a man was found shot lying in the middle of the road. Police tell us it happened just before 5:45 this morning on Oakland near Southeastern Avenue. Officers say he went to the hospital in critical condition and then later died. Right now, we're working to learn the identity of the man that passed and if police have any suspects. As we learn more, we'll update you here and online at WTHR.com. Some good news weather-wise. Turning to the forecast, sunny and pleasant on this Tuesday afternoon. Sean says looking ahead, we're flirting with the 60s.
We're not far. I mean, yesterday our high was 55.
Yes.
Our current temperature is 55.
Oh, we got some room to warm up.
And it's only noontime and it's severe clear. That means we've got one heck of a chance, I think, of at least hitting 60 degrees. That's why we bumped it up to 60. If we don't get there, it's okay. It's still going to be a beautiful afternoon. It is, yes. And we like to set goals around here. Look at this shot from Carmel. Man almighty. Not a cloud in the sky. We had a little bit earlier this morning. That's all moved out. So another taste of spring this afternoon. If we didn't hit 68 degrees on the 3rd of this month, I would argue that today might be the best day of the year so far, but it's still going to be in good territory, I think. 55 Shelbyville, 57 Bloomington. There's a little slight wind shift to the northwest, but it's not nearly as strong as yesterday, the wind. And compared to this time yesterday, we're 10 degrees ahead of the pace. So I think 60 is pretty easy to get here today. There you go. Clouds moving out, plenty of sunshine for the remainder of the day as we look upstream here. No big weather system to impact your afternoon plans. So again, temperatures near, if not above 60 degrees. Should be a fantastic afternoon. We do have some rain chances. We do have some chillier days ahead in the 7-day. We'll time it all out coming up in a few minutes.
All right, Sean, thank you. We'll check back. In the meantime, we do have an update for you now from the courtroom following the sentence of Shamar Duncan. We told you yesterday that Duncan was the man who had pled guilty, and then he was sentenced to 105 years for the murder of a Dutch soldier. That crime happened back in 2022. Well, this afternoon, we're now learning that Duncan did address the court yesterday, apologizing to the victim's family. The victim in the case is Simi Putsama. His family traveled here from Europe thousands of miles because they wanted to share their loss and their grief in court in front of the man who killed their loved one.
Words cannot describe what this loss means to me, his family and friends. And I think that I find it difficult to talk about how much I miss him and prefer to speak of him in the present time, as if he's still here.
The jury found Duncan guilty in court back in January. He took the stand as the only witness in his defense. And now to the sentencing for a Pendleton man for his role in a deadly crash that ended with one man dead, 3 others injured. A judge sentenced Connor Gaskell to 4 years in prison after he made a deal with the prosecutors in the case. It was September of 2022 that Gaskell ran a stop sign downtown at 24th and Delaware. When he did that, he then crashed into a rideshare car and he killed a man, Rashid Conteth. Rashid's brother, a friend, and their Lyft driver all have serious injuries from that crash. Rashid's mom told us that she's so grateful that the judge heard their pleas for the maximum sentence in the case.
Nothing is justice in this case, but we are grateful that the judge did sentence to the maximum available under the plea. That shows that she really listened to our family and the pleas that we made.
Gaskell's sentence includes 2 years probation after he serves time in prison. His driver's license is also suspended for 2 years. And another man could be facing charges after allegedly threatening firefighters who were there on scene trying to put out a fire at his home. This happened yesterday morning around 7 o'clock on Walker Avenue near Churchman and Southern Avenues. IFD says the man told firefighters he would go get his gun and shoot them all if they continued to break windows while fighting the fire. IFD released 911 calls of people calling in reporting this large fire in their community.
It's flames. It's somebody's house on fire.
Okay. Do you know if there's anyone inside of that residence?
I don't know. I guess.
There were 4 people inside that home and they all made it out okay. IFD says the cause of the fire is accidental because of an electrical issue. The home did not have working smoke alarms. What a big night. A gathering of greats from the Colts 2006 Super Bowl championship team. We've got Peyton Manning. We've got Marvin Harrison. We've got Coach Dungy and a host of others. Dom was there and brings us highlight now from the Night of Champions.
One night spent reminiscing, one season worth remembering, one moment no one, especially here in Indianapolis, will ever forget. We're talking about the Night of Champions here at the Old National Center in downtown Indianapolis, a night of honoring, remembering, reminiscing about the 2006 World Champs, the Super Bowl champs, the Indianapolis Colts.
Please welcome Peyton Manning.
What a night in downtown Indy. Fans lined the Old National Center in anticipation of celebration, eager to commemorate their favorite players and favorite team that ever donned the Colts uniform. Peyton Manning, Reggie Wayne, Marvin Harrison, Dwight Freeney, Dallas Clark, Jeff Saturday, and Tony Dungy all in attendance for this very special event.
I think the Colts fans sort of answered kind of our question right away was, would there be an interest when it sold out, almost immediately.
A night spent reflecting on an all-time championship team, the first of its kind, put on by Manning's production company.
This was kind of something that we wanted to start, honoring a championship team that still had a connection with that city and those fans, and let's just have a night where we talk about that season, some of the key moments, and we hope to do it for some other championship teams and make it a special night for the players, the coaches, but most importantly the fans that were as much a part of that season as the players were.
You can bet it still means the world to the sold-out crowd of over 2,000 in downtown Indy for this event.
Reflect back onto where it was on Super Bowl night. Me and my friend are talking about the parties we were at. Shed some tears that night. We finally did it. We're getting a championship. It was a special night.
There's no doubt it was a special run. It was a special group of guys to play with. We had a great leader in Tony, and great memories here, great friends and relationships, and always, Indianapolis will always be a part of my life.
No doubt a team worth rekindling and a season worth reliving. You could feel it. You could feel the energy inside the Old National Center, in the theater inside. How much it meant to the folks to be here and how much it meant to them that all the players were all in one place to remember such a special season, the 2006 Super Bowl champion Indianapolis Colts. Hopefully another Lombardi trophy will be coming here to Indy sometime in the near future. For now, here in downtown Indianapolis, I'm Dominic Miranda, 13 Sports.